Hello and welcome to this 30-minute shoulder and hip therapy class. Please listen to your body and modify as you need to. Make sure you've got a nice suitable space to work in. And we'll begin by closing down the eyes and bringing hands to heart center. Taking nice gentle inhales and exhales through the nose. Allowing the hips to soften, to let the knees drop open. And creating a nice long spine as we lift through the crown of the head. And just beginning to slow the breath. Taking really slow, expansive inhales. Feeling the rib cage open, and then slow exhale, letting everything go. Taking a nice full expansive inhale. And then exhale, emptying the lungs all the way to the bottom. Staying with this slow, expansive breath. And exhale. Nice full inhale. And perhaps taking an exhale, a nice audible exhale. We'll do that a few more times. And final breath. And letting it go. And then as we inhale, the prayer travels up. And exhale to open to cactus. Inhale, prayer travels up. Exhale, really drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale up. Exhale to open. And final time, inhale. And exhale as we open through the chest. We'll take a nice big inhale here. And then exhale, take a spinal twist. Inhale to the front. And exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. And then final one, inhale to center. And exhale. And then bringing the hands on the knees and taking some nice rolls of the head. Just moving quite slowly, but moving organically, pausing at any tight spots and breathing into them. And then dropping chin to chest. Interlacing the fingers behind the back of the head and applying a gentle pressure. Feel that lengthening down in between the shoulder blades. And then lifting the eye gaze, lifting through the heart space and drawing the elbows open. And then releasing. And coming to cactus, we'll take a nice big inhale here as we really draw those elbows open. And then as we exhale, right arm comes underneath the left, bringing the palms together and folding forwards. We're trying to get into the space between the shoulder blades. And then rolling up. Take a nice big inhale at cactus. And then exhale, left arm underneath the right. Moving the hands away from the face, lifting the elbows and folding. And then coming back. Placing the fingertips beside you, we'll inhale the hand to the sky. And then exhale, finding a side bend. Really opening through the ribs, into the side of the waist. And then coming back to center, placing the hand down. Inhale, hand to sky. And exhale, taking it over. And then coming up, just removing your block. And then walking the hands out in front, dropping the head. Just allowing the back to round. And then just creeping those fingers a bit further away. So we're really lengthening through the back of the body, perhaps into the back of the hips, the lower back. And then walking the hands in, we'll come into half dragonfly. So folding one leg in, lengthening the other. And then again, just walking the hands out in front, dropping the head. Just breathing here. And trying to keep that lengthened leg nice and open, so we're not letting the foot drop in. We can feel a lengthening through that inner thigh. And then walking the hands in, placing the same hand as bent knee behind you. We'll inhale as we sweep the arm to the sky, pushing the hips forwards, coming into a modified wild thing. Really taking the chest up towards the sky. And then slowly coming down and changing the legs. So again, walking the hands out in front, dropping chin to chest. And then coming up, placing the hand behind you. We'll inhale as we sweep the arm up, pushing those hips forwards. And really opening through the chest, finding a back bend. And then slowly coming down. And this time lengthening both legs. You can take bent knees if you would like to. And really trying to take the feet nice and wide. And again, walking the arms out in front and dropping the head. And really feeling that through the inner thigh. Again, trying to keep the feet open. And really sending that breath to the inner thigh. And then coming up and then placing the hands behind you, placing the soles of the feet down and just window wiping the knees. Just easing into the hips. and then coming to find a wide child's pose. So bringing big toes together, walking knees wide, and then walking the arms out in front, sinking the heart space towards the floor. Bringing forehead down and just gently easing the bottom back towards the heels. And then walking both hands over to the right, placing the left hand on top of the right, and again sinking the hips back. Feeling each of those ribs open up on the left side. And taking hands back to center and then walking them over to the left, this time right hand on top of the left. And taking hands back to center, and then bringing the knees a little bit closer, reaching the arms out in front. As we inhale, we're slowly going to roll the spine forwards, coming all the way down onto the belly. And then exhale, pushing bottom back to the heels. Inhale, slowly rolling forwards, one vertebra at a time, coming down onto the belly. Elbows hug ribs. And exhale, bottom to heels. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, drawing navel to spine, really slowly rolling forwards. And then exhale, clearing through the mouth. And one more time, inhale, really drawing navel in, coming down onto the belly, and then exhale through the mouth. And we'll do that 1 more time, so slowly rolling forwards as we inhale, and then coming all the way down onto the belly and staying here. We'll take the right arm out in line with the shoulder, palm facing down. Or you can take this arm to cactus if it's accessible. And then using the left fingers to roll you onto your right side. So we're coming into a shoulder stretch. You can stack the ankles or you can drop that top foot behind you. And then rolling onto the belly, extending the left arm this time, palm facing down or taking it to cactus, and then rolling onto your left side. Option to drop that top foot behind. And then rolling back onto the belly, and then coming up to find a cobra or a high cobra. Taking a nice big breath here. And then exhale to look over the right shoulder. Seeing how far around you can take the eye gaze. Taking head back to center. Nice big inhale here. And then exhale, taking the eye gaze over the left. And then head to center. Slowly rolling down. And then rolling onto the back. And bringing knees in towards the chest and taking nice big circles. So drawing the knees apart and then bringing them back together. And then taking those circles the other way. And taking hands and feet up towards the sky and just giving them a shake. Just releasing any tension. Shifting the energy. And then drawing left knee in towards the chest and lengthening the right leg along the mat. Squeezing it in towards the ribs. You can take some ankle circles. And then opening that left knee, using the right hand to anchor the right side of the pelvis down. Breathing here. And then drawing that knee across the body and finding a spinal twist. Taking the eye gaze the opposite way to look back at those fingers. And then coming onto the back, extending that leg to the sky. And then taking hold of the back and just slowly easing it towards you. Really breathing into the back of that thigh. And then releasing and changing sides. So drawing right knee in towards the chest, lengthening the left leg, taking some ankle circles. Really squeezing that knee out towards the ribs. And then using your right hand, drawing the knee open, anchoring the left side of the pelvis down. And then drawing that knee across the body, finding your spinal twist, taking the eye gaze the opposite way. And then rolling onto the back, extending the right leg to the sky, taking hold of wherever you can reach. And again, sending the breath to the back of that leg, slowly easing it in towards you. And then releasing that leg, bringing the right sole of the foot onto the mat, Bringing the left ankle onto the right thigh and easing that thigh away from you. Either staying as you are or reaching the arms through, taking hold of the back of that right thigh or the shin and drawing the legs towards you. And then releasing the legs but keeping them in the same formation, letting that right sole drop back down and then dropping both legs to the right. So we're coming into another spinal twist in a different variation. And we're trying to draw this left knee open. And then drawing legs back to center and changing sides. So left sole on the mat, right ankle onto the left thigh, drawing those toes back towards the shin and just easing that right thigh away from you. And the option to take hold of the back of that left thigh or the shin and again draw legs towards you. And then releasing the legs, the left sole floats back down and then dropping both legs over to the left. Again, trying to ease that knee away from you so we can feel a nice stretch through the hip flexor. And then drawing legs back to center and finding a happy baby. So arms come to the inside of the legs. Take hold of the outside of the feet and then drawing those knees open. So drawing the knees down towards the mat. Soles of the feet up towards the sky. You can find some gentle movement left to right. Seeing if you can lengthen the lower back. So bringing that tailbone down. And then releasing the feet, bringing the soles of the feet together, knees drop wide. Taking hold of opposite elbows above the head. And just allowing the front of the body to soften. Letting go of the breath. Just enjoying this position of surrender. Making sure we're not gripping through the hands. We're not holding tension through the pelvis or the inner thigh. And then slowly drawing the knees in towards each other. Walking the feet wide so knees drop in. And you can bring the hands onto the belly. Just taking a counter pose. And then we're going to come into a supported bridge. So taking hold of either your block or a pillow. We'll take the feet hip width, lift the hips, and then placing your block underneath your sacrum. So that flat triangular bone at the base of your spine. Finding your level. So whichever is comfortable. And then taking the palms facing up. Softening the belly. And just taking the gaze inwards. Being mindful that there's no neck pain, no lower back pain. And then really giving the internal organs the space that they need. Not constricting the belly at all. And then when you're ready, pushing into the feet to lift the hips, removing your block and slowly rolling down, drawing the knees in towards the chest and just rocking left to right, giving the lower back a massage. That's taking some knee circles and just moving organically, really releasing any tension in the lower back. And then drawing the knees together, we'll drop both knees to the left, taking the eye gaze to the right and palms facing up, finding a spinal twist. And then drawing navel to spine, taking knees to center and then over to the right, eye gaze to the left. And then rolling onto the back. Taking a full body stretch, so lengthening the legs, pointing the toes, and interlacing the fingers, pushing the palms away. Really squeezing the thighs, lengthening through the belly, shrugging shoulders up towards the ears. And then taking the arms and legs up towards the sky, taking a nice shake again through the hands and the feet. Really shaking, shaking, shaking. And then coming into Shavasana, so taking as much space on the mat as you can. Palms facing up, letting toes drop open. And just letting go of the breath. And just working your way from the top of your head all the way to the toes, just softening each body part in turn. Really focusing on areas where you hold tension, perhaps the space between your eyebrows, the jaw, and the shoulders, wriggling them away from the ears. The forearms, the palms of the hands, and the pelvis. Just slowly working your way down, seeing where you can soften. Allowing the body to feel heavy. And I will leave you in Shavasana for as long as you feel you need. Thank you for practicing with me today, and I will see you again on the mat soon.